crash that we've been seeing in November, one of the worst or the worst performance for Bitcoin, if you want to use that cryptocurrency as an example, worst monthly loss since in the last 7 years, when it was trading back at $8. It's now at $3,800 and change. Is this the flush out of the market that many people had predicted over the last year?
So a lot of people said $4,000 was probably the technical bottom, but obviously it went through that. So the truth is nobody knows. That said, when you look at historical and how things are going, I think the bottom is near.
The bottom is near. What gives you that confidence? Because a lot of people are saying, there's been a number of different regulatory crackdowns that have eroded confidence. There was the hard fork in Bitcoin Cash, which eroded confidence. There are miners. A Bloomberg story today said 100,000 different miners have closed down because their break-even point on mining is $4,300. What's putting the floor on this?
Well, those are exactly the reason why it's close to the bottom. Right. I think the economies work where if there's enough miners going out of business, the equilibrium is near. And when you look at how markets overshoot, both up and down, you can probably say it's close to the bottom.
So where do you see prices in the short term going?
So it's very difficult to tell. Initially, I thought towards end of the year, they were always a run up. You could see that last year. You could see that a year ago. And a lot of people predicted that it would go back again later this year, starting from November and December. Obviously, November came and passed, and it was one of the worst months for Bitcoin. And December, right now, there's nothing new. There's no catalyst that will potentially shoot it up. So I would look at it kind of flat. And then starting from New Year, that's when I think with a new sentiment and momentum will come back.
So what is going to be, though, the catalyst in 2019? Because in 2018, you had a number of high-profile hacks here in Japan, especially Quoine. Earlier this year, you had a exposed Ponzi scheme and a number of different issues and potentially new regulation coming down the pike.
Yeah, so one thing in Japan is the Japanese regulators are starting to open up again. So they're starting to approve new exchanges. They're also going to approve new listing. All of these things will start from the new year.
Now, what also the FSA recently gave oversight and regulatory oversight to the operators themselves.
Yes.
How is that going to change the industry?
Yeah, so almost every exchange registered and licensed in Japan received an improvement order from governance, compliance, security, customer asset segregation. These are all to protect the end retail consumer. And all of the exchanges are almost complete with their improvement order. So starting new year is going to be a new beginning.
Now, okay, the argument could be made that it's better to put industry professionals in charge rather than bureaucrats. But how safe will it be? That, it won't prevent, or it will prevent malfeasance from happening again.
Well, so the nature of crypto, where everything's digital and everything is online, a lot of the exchanges still use a hybrid of hot wallet and cold wallet. Hot wallet means that the customer's keys are always online. So they're putting some framework where you put only a fraction of customers' assets there or zero assets in the hot wallet. So a lot of these good practices are coming in. And with oversight from the regulators and also having these operators bringing in more financial experience veterans in helps this industry.
Do you see consolidation, though?
Oh, it's already happening.
Yeah, but I mean more consolidation.
I think it will.
Yeah. I mean, how does it really work with the FSA giving you more regulatory oversight? Does that kind of close the door on new entrants, though?
Yes and no. So first, a lot of the exchanges, the people who start from a garage or a startup, that's very difficult to do now. New entrants is extremely difficult. At the same time, you need to keep up with what's happening global. And innovation is key, especially in this industry. It started from cryptocurrencies, it went to ICOs, and now it's going to security token offerings like STOs. All of these things, innovation is an evolution that you need to continue on, and you need to have that right balance.
Isn't the FSA as well looking at regulation on security tokens?
Exactly. So the FSA, Japan was the first global economic powerhouse to regulate cryptocurrency. Now they're looking into security token offerings, and they will probably be the first nation to specifically look at security token offerings and put legislation in.
What particular trends are you looking at from your clients and your customers on your exchange, Liquid? Are you seeing more increase in institutional participation or retail? And what a side shot to that question would be the implementation of high-frequency trading, and what impact is that having?
Yeah, so Liquid, we're open to casual traders, to sophisticated institutional investors as well. But our sweet spot are these professional traders. And these are all API-based high-frequency traders, as in any financial product, from equities, fixed income. The global trend is to accommodate these high-frequency traders, and obviously we provide full APIs for that. So our main customer base are these professional traders, and November was our biggest month in our history in terms of transaction volume in Bitcoin and also US dollars.
And through that, how is that going to grow through this consolidation as the industry, as you're predicting, becomes more institutionalized?
Yeah, so as there are going to be these dealer brokers who will be offering crypto to their retail customers. And then there's also these OTC brokers who will be providing services to institutional investors. All of these will combine in working with exchanges. And we are an exchange that provides liquidity to all these service providers.
Is that kind of behind the rebranding or of the exchange to Liquid? And that is one of the keys. You need liquidity to which is the chicken or the egg, right?
Exactly.
As far as you get the institutional investors in, that provides liquidity, or the other way around.
Exactly. So that's why we rebranded our service, and it's called Liquid. Because if you take away Bitcoin, it's still a very illiquid market. And we were operating two discrete exchanges. One was a crypto fiat exchange and one was a crypto only exchange. They're all being regulated now. So we're consolidating everything together, and it's called Liquid. And we're also inviting different participants so that we can provide that liquidity.
Does Bitcoin have a chance of getting back to the record levels, 19,500 and change?
I think it will surpass it.
By when?
At least, well, that's very difficult, but I would say by end of next year, I think it will surpass the all-time high.